welcome or welcome back to my channel. I'm Misty and this is my channel, Skeeter Jones. I am mostly a jewelry reseller. I resell just about anything really on eBay, but my main passion is jewelry and estate jewelry especially, and I like to craft jewelry and redesign jewelry and upcycle jewelry. So all of that are things that I am interested in doing and are shown on my channel. But mostly, again, my channel is dedicated to jewelry, and that's what I'm bringing to you today. This is the rest of the jewelry from the Valentine lot that I had gotten from GiGi's Gems. And I separated out all of the pieces that had hearts on them and made those available in time to ship for Valentine's Day. These are the rest of the items from that Valentine lot. And I can't, since you're just seeing this on the 3rd, I can't guarantee that these would get to you in time for Valentine's. So you can request ASAP shipping if you're interested in anything here. And I'll send it out within 48 hours of that request for ASAP shipping. But, you know, the Postal Service does what it does. So I can't guarantee that it would get to you by Valentine's Day. But you can request it. So let's jump right in. I counted ahead and there's 40 some odd pieces here. And I need to keep the video to 90 minutes or less so that I'll be able to export it from my editing app and then be able to upload it to YouTube. So I'm going to go through these kind of fast. If I leave out a measurement or anything like that and you're interested in the item, just email me at the same address where you will email me if you want to purchase something, and that is skeeterjonesthings@gmail.com, and we'll work it out there and I'll answer all of your questions there as well. Also, please see the description because it outlines all of the particulars to do with shipping. So all of that now out of the way, let's jump right in with our first one here, IBB. And you may know, if you've seen some of the lots that I have done from Jeanette, she'll write notes on a lot of the bags. She has the pieces actually all separated into bags, which is great in the first place, but then she'll also make notes on the bags, on some of the pieces. So this is gorgeous. So IBB must be the brand. It's one that I'm not familiar with. So I'm going to look that up. Let's see, we have a, okay, it says IBB and CN. It's upside down, but it says IBB on the top part of that, and then CN underneath. CN just means made in China. This looks new. And it's a little tiny, very delicate box clasp. It looks new. I can't guarantee that it is, but it's very sparkly, very clean. I don't see any scratching. Take a look at these stunners. Look at those gorgeous crystals. All the colors of the rainbow are just sparkling right through, and they're graduated. Smallest to largest, right there. That is beautiful. Let's get a measurement on it. That is a drop of about 8 3/4. And so here's about how it would look on. And again, that is a simply just stunning, amazing piece with these large, very sparkly CZs at the bottom, and then gradually smaller as you go up. So let me look up that brand really quick and I'll be right back. I Googled IBB jewelry and found out that it's a reputable family-owned company. They design and produce jewelry for major retailers, and it's high-quality precious metal jewelry, it says. They operate out of New York, Miami, and London, and they have a factory in Bangkok. So, and it says that it's precious metal jewelry. It stands for International Bullion and Metal Brokers. But I didn't see a 925 mark on here. I just saw the CN for China right here, and then the IBB up above, and I don't see a 925 mark, but it says that they only make precious metal jewelry. So let's do a quick test on it just to make sure. I'm going to test the clasp and the chain and then one of these settings. That's the clasp. Doesn't look very bright silver, nor does the setting. So maybe there's another IBB, or maybe this could be, maybe they make other things besides precious metal. And whoever wrote that little AI overview didn't know that. No, I don't think this is going to test positive. So I guess IBB makes jewelry that is not precious metal as well. Okay, no, it is not. Which it wasn't stamped 925, but occasionally sterling jewelry will not be stamped. I've come across sterling before that was not marked sterling. So this is still beautiful. And Jeanette didn't claim that it's 925. She just said it's IBB, which it is. And I'm wondering if they make jewelry also that is not precious metal. Here are the backs of the settings, which are open. And I've mentioned here before, that's to let the light shine through, and it really maximizes the sparkle on the stone when the setting is open like that in the back. So we are going to start off. This is item number 1, and this is beautiful. Probably, it's not stainless steel because that scratch was kind of coppery looking. So it's base metal with these beautiful, beautiful CZs. So we're going to start this one off. Goodness, we're going to do this one for $7. It's absolutely beautiful. It's a real standout. And that is a great start. Okay, I have my gem tester ready to go too. And we took some time with that first one. I'm going to have to go quick with them so that, let's see, the red flat glass beads glow funny under UV. Okay, we'll have to check that out. I'll have to go kind of quick through the rest of them so I can finish all of these beautiful pieces and still keep it to 90 minutes or less on the video. This is very vibrant. It's a black chain, like a gunmetal, like a metal toned. We have, and the beads are all glass with AB coating. We have these champagne colored ones, these red ones, pink, and then these sort of jade looking stones. So the rest of these are going to be glass, but these flat red ones are the ones that Jeanette says glow funny under UV. Let's see, nothing to see with the light on. Let's turn off the light box. Okay, I don't know if that's coming across, but they, there you can see it. They glow with these little orange splotches. That's pretty crazy. They do glow funny under UV. Interesting. I wonder what kind of glass that is that would glow that way. Let's see, this could be a stone of some kind. These are the little flat ones. And these cubes could be. So let's bring the GiGi's in. Actually, I do need to calibrate it first. That's beautiful. While that's calibrating, I'm going to do a quick Google search on this. Now, Google search didn't turn up anything. So let's see about these. I'm thinking that was, my phone started talking to me. So let's see what this is. I'm thinking it might be a jade or a jadeite. It's a quartz citrine amethyst. But I found if I don't, get a good direct touch at first, that kind of affects the reading. Okay, no, it goes to the same place, quartz citrine amethyst. Sort of in the top 1/3 of tanzanite aquamarine at the end of chrysoprase emerald. I'm thinking it's maybe nephrite jade, because that is about where nephrite shows up. So I think that's what those are. This is glass, but I'm wondering about that funny glow, as Jeanette described it. And let's look at these little square ones here, these cube-shaped ones. No, I don't think that, well, they might be. They're reaching that top edge of that glass reading. Then let's do these flat ones. That's coming up with glass. Okay. So it looks like these are all glass, probably, with the exception of these green ones that are probably nephrite jade. And then let's look here at this lobster clasp. It's gunmetal colored. I don't see any marks on it. This has nice vibrant colors, or has the nice vibrant red, but together with these muted earth tones. And then you have this light pink and a champagne color. And here's what all the colors look like all next to each other. I like that color combination. That's really, really pretty. So this is a 24-inch drop. I measured it while I was doing that Google search on it. And that's really, really pretty. So let's see, where did the bag go for it? There it is. So this one's going to be number 2. And we're going to do this one for, we're going to do this one for $5. Those are some really gorgeous glass and crystal stones, glass and crystal beads, that is. And I believe these pink ones and these here are crystal. And then this nephrite jade, the little donuts that are nephrite jade. So $5, number 2. And again, I have taken a long time on one after prepping everybody that I'm going to have to go quickly. Let's see, this is new with tags. Oh, Talbot's Outlet, new with tags. Talbot's is another one that's like Avon, like Ann Taylor. That is just undervalued, which is good news, as I've said, for collectors, because you can build a nice collection of gorgeous jewelry without breaking the bank. So this is some beautiful faux pearls. They are glass faux pearls, so it's nice and heavy. Not overly heavy. It's as heavy as it looks like it should be, but it's not lightweight plastic. They're very, very nice, nicely done handmade pearls, or nicely done faux pearls, with these little silver tone rondelles that are textured in between. And the faux pearls are sort of oval, sort of egg-shaped. There's your hang tag, and there's your tag, and the price part has been cut off, but we'll get a deal. It's a lobster clasp with this nice little infinity loop as the ring to clasp it closed. And the clasp is in great working condition. So brand new with tags, beautiful Talbot's faux pearl. Let's see, I dropped my Sharpie. Okay, found it. This is number 3. And we're going to do the Talbots for $7, which is a great price for brand new Talbot's faux pearls. Talbot's really does faux pearls well. They do really all their jewelry well, but if you're going to get faux pearls, you may as well spring for nice ones. And with Talbot's, you can spring for nice ones without really having to spend a bunch of money. Okay, this one, let's see. Oh, this is Monet. Love the notes that Jeanette puts on the bags. Oh, this is a set. So we have a Monet demi-parure. Now, parure means 3 pieces of the matching set. Demi-parure means any 2 pieces of a matching set. So this has the look of being new. This is new. Can't guarantee it, but I'm almost off camera. Let's see. There's all your markings, Monet. And Monet right there. Maybe not new. Can't guarantee that, but it looks new. And look how stunning that is. Wow. So you have all of these gorgeous, very reflective, very sparkly rhinestones, and these gold tone little faux prong settings. There's the construction on the back. Each one of these is looped together. I don't have rings looping the individual pieces together, like the pieces have the loops on them and they're just attached directly to each other. And this gorgeous herringbone chain. No tone loss. It doesn't look scratched up or banged up. And then there's your Monet hang tag right here. It's the cursive Monet. And you can use that to date a Monet piece. Is the font that the brand is done in. So here comes Earlene to model the earring. The earring is about 1.5 inches long. Look how elegant. That is a showstopper. Love that. Very glamorous. Very, very beautiful. Let me get a measurement on this. Okay. Oh, wait, I think it's clipped onto the extender. It is. So let's change where it's clasped so I can give you a good measurement. Monet sets sell very, very well on eBay and probably anywhere. Okay. It has a drop of about 7 inches, so it's choker length for at its regular length, and then it has a 3-inch extender, which gives you another 1.5 inches of drop length. And look how just beautiful, absolutely stunning that is. Wow. Okay. Monet sets, like I was saying, Monet sets sell very well on eBay. This, if I go to list it, it's probably going to list for $80 or $90, and not going to offer it for that here, of course. I like to give a steep discount to my YouTube viewers and subscribers. So if it is sold here, someone's going to be able to pick it up for a steal comparatively. So this is going to be number 4, and we're going to do this set for, $30. So I'll list this. I said 80 or 90. I'm probably really going to list this for $70 to $80 on eBay if it doesn't sell here. But that is a stunner. That's beautiful. Okay. Let's see. Pilgrim. I'm not familiar with that brand. This looks like little dogwood flowers. So maybe in time for Easter. Oh, this would be very sweet with somebody's Easter dress. Okay, these flowers have stuff written on the front and back. Let's see, Flowers by Pilgrim, powered by you. Flowers by Pilgrim, powered by you. Okay, so it says the same thing on both sides of these little dogwood flowers. But the one in the center doesn't have any writing on it, and then the tiny ones don't. And then there's these little open ones as well. So this is the front. There. Let's lay it out so you can get a look at it. That, I think, would fit with the little coquette look that's popular now. So you have gold tone with this sort of antiqued look to it, and these really light pink, very sparkly rhinestones, and then these tiny faux pearls. Actually, let me make sure those might be genuine. Yeah, those are genuine pearls. And then these little kind of peachy blush colored little acrylic beads. You have 2 strands, and it says Pilgrim Danish Design. So let me give you a measurement on that, and then I'm going to look up that brand because that's a new one to me. Let's see, we have a drop of about 6.5 inches on the shorter layer and 7 inches on the longer layer, and then a 3-inch extender. So that's beautiful. So that would give you about 7.5, I think, or 8 inches. It give you about 8 inches on the shorter layer with the extender, because it can give you 1.5 inches of extra drop length. So give me just a second. Where is that? Okay, there it is. Let me look up this Pilgrim Danish Design and see what I can find out. Okay, that is a new one to me, and apparently they do a lot of just these really ultra feminine, little floral, delicate designs like this, and very reasonable, very reasonable. The pieces I saw were listed. I couldn't find any sold, but the pieces I saw were listed around $16 to $20, so very reasonably priced. But that is just really, really just sweet and delicate and pretty. Thank you, Jeanette, for introducing me to a new to me brand. So this one we're gonna do, let's just do this one for $5. That is so, so pretty. Okay, we have some more faux pearl. No, 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 these are real pearls with a little bow on them. These are pearl stretchies. You have these silvery colored grayish ones, and then these sort of creamy colored ones, and these very light peachy colored ones. And yes, these are genuine. Just little potato pearls. They have this sweet little organza ribbon tied around them that you can leave on or remove. And the stretch is in excellent condition. And let's see, without stretching, they are right at about a 6 3/4 to a 7. Beautiful. I love the little pale colors on those. A genuine pearl stretchies, number 6. And we'll do those also for $5. 3 genuine pearl stretch bracelets. And the elastic inside is very, very clean, which tells me, oops, I pulled it loose right there. Or I didn't pull it loose, but I pulled the end of the knot out, and I can replace that. That's just how stretch bracelets are made. The ends of the elastic are tucked into the nearest bead. So I can, I'm not going to spend the time on the video right now tucking that back in, but I'll do that off camera. And that's not a problem with it. Where'd it go? That's not a problem with it. That's how stretch bracelets are made. You know, when you get to the end and then you have, you know, the little ends after you knot the elastic, then you have the little ends that you have to do something with them. So you tuck them inside the nearest bead, and all stretch bracelets have that. So I will fix that off camera, just so you don't have to sit there and watch it being done. And number 6 for $5. Okay. Ayala bar. That's a new to me also. These are very vibrant. These are fuchsia and orange, little florals. There's this covering of that's glass. I don't know, or maybe crystal, glass or crystal on the outside. And then underneath you have this sort of floral design. And then these little dangles at the bottom that all look like leaves. And this is a little dimensional, I don't know if that texture is coming through on camera or not, but it's a very dimensional little flower hanging off right there. And I don't know this Ayala bar. Let me give you some measurements on it, and then I'll look that up really quick and see what I can tell you about it. They're 2 inches long and about 3/4 of an inch wide. Okay, a very new to me brand, but look at this. Look at these sold comps. Ayala bar earrings go for pretty high price. These are the most similar, I guess, to the ones we have. Detail with fabric under something. That is crazy. So it says fabric under. Where was that one? Because I want to see if that's crystal. Fabric under glass. Okay, with 2 layers of beads. That sold for $68. So this is a very new to me brand. Let's take one off the card and take a look. Wait, here's another one that sold for $100. And it's again with the glass over the design. Okay, let's take one off the card and get a closer look at that. I don't want to mess my nails up. Let's see, I guess that is the maker's mark right there. That listing said silver tone, which this doesn't look silver tone to me. This looks more like a pewter. But it's not marked 925. Wow. Okay, so we'll do a deal here. This is number 7. And since the ones here that look the closest to ours, they went for $68, and that was just last week. Those sold for $68. So I'll probably list these for $65 to $75, I guess, if they don't sell here. So here I'm going to offer these up for, oh goodness, let's do $25. So I'll probably list those for 65 or 70. Wow. Thank you, Jeanette, for introducing me to new brands. I love to learn about what's out there and get educated about brands I don't know about. This is pretty. Champagne colored and sort of opalescent colored faceted beads that are all hand knotted, which I can tell you that takes some time to just sit and knot these beads. That's a skill that I am still trying to perfect. I think I've gotten pretty good at it, but you know, you can always get better. I enjoy doing it, but when you see a long strand of hand knotted beads, you're looking at a lot of time somebody put into something. This is a great layering piece. I'm going to have to measure it outside of the light box here. Let's see, this is a 30-inch drop. So great layering piece. And it has this blushy pink, sort of peachy pinky color, and then this champagne color, and these opalescent colored, just all faceted glass beads. That's gorgeous. That'd be beautiful for layering, doing all kinds of accessories with accessorizing with that. Number 8, and we will do that one for $6. Beautiful. Hopefully everything's focusing well. The way the light is coming in, I have a huge window facing the afternoon sun that is that way to my right, and it kind of interferes with how I can see the screen on my phone. So I can't really tell sometimes if things are focusing or not. So this is pretty. It has some nice weight to it. Love these colors. What's this brand? Is that Talbot's? Yes, it is. This reminds me of the 80s. Look at these. So this is Rollo links. They're pretty large Rollo links, but then here in the front, these sort of oval ones have red enamel, and I don't see any tone loss at all. I don't see any signs of wear at all. Especially right here. You know, the first places that it's going to show up are the places that get the most wear, which will be the clasp, and then where it lays against the skin. but I don't see any tone loss at all, and everything looks bright. And I don't see any scratching to speak of. Wow, that is stunning. So I can't remember what time of year. I think it may have already passed. I believe it's sometime in the fall that the Marine Corps has an annual birthday ball. It celebrates the anniversary, I think, of the establishment of the Marine Corps. And the Marine Corps colors are red and gold. So if you know someone that maybe you're going to be a date for someone to the Marine Corps ball, you could wear this, maybe. Or if you're in the Marine Corps and you want to get this for someone for that. Okay, it's an 8-inch drop and a 3-inch extender. That's a stunner. A nice, nice statement piece. So this is number 9. And we're going to do that one for $7. Gorgeous, very gorgeous. Nice weight to it. I love, love, love getting these GiGi's Gems boxes because she always packs such nice things and a good variety that I can offer a wide range of price points. I like having something for everybody and for every budget, and these GiGi's Gems boxes help me offer that. And this is pretty. This is an Etienne Anier. That's beautiful. Let's see. No marks. So this would either be stainless or silver tone. And this gorgeous. It just has all these blues coming through. Hopefully those are showing. Like I said, I have got a little bit of trouble seeing clearly on my screen. That is beautiful. Let's see, the size of this big pendant is about 1.25 inches. It drops down, including the bail, it drops down about 2 inches. The overall drop length of the chain is 8.5 inches with a 3-inch extender. And you have this diamond cut rope chain. And the diamond cutting on it makes it sparkle. And then this beautiful, beautiful pendant. Wow. That's how it looks on. That's mesmerizing. That is mesmerizing to look at. That's going to be number 10. And we're just going to do that one for $6. A nice piece of flash. It's sort of simple, because it's not this big pendant in the middle of a bunch of other stuff going on. You have a really simple chain and this really kind of simple, although it's large, pendant. So it gives you just enough flash without being overly statementy. See, Kellich. And oh good, I do this too whenever I have a tassel. I'll wrap it up separately to keep it from getting tangled and messy. So we have what looks like genuine pearls, yes. And then these little hand knotted faceted glass beads. And the pearls are just different sizes. And I'll have to measure this outside the light box also. The drop length of the necklace is about 16.5 inches. And then the tassel is 3.5 inches. Here's the hang tag right there. That's beautiful. Well, let me write on it without the piece in the bag. That will work out a lot easier. Number 11. And we're going to do this one for, we'll do this one for $5. Okay, you get in there. There we go. Okay, well, this one's got some nice color to it. Maybe it should have gone in that first round. No, I don't see any hearts on it. Okay. I don't see a maker's mark, but I do see some gold tone that's in really nice condition. What do we have here? Oh, how gorgeous. Okay, I don't know if this will, okay, you're not going to be able to see what I saw. Let me change the direction of the camera and see if you can get a better look at that. So hopefully that's coming through and isn't looking too dark or underexposed on the front. But it's these, hopefully you're not going to get seasick. These little just petal-shaped beads that are hanging down. The dark pink and the light pink ones, and then these little blue raindrop beads. And it looks like these little hanging flowers. It reminds me of hibiscus flowers. So let's go back from the top. Okay, I hope I didn't really disorient anybody with that change of camera direction. But, okay, there we go. So when you're wearing it, it's going to look like you have these little flowers with flower petals hanging down around your neck. That is so pretty, and what a unique necklace, unique design. Now these little petals are metal. The dark ones are metal, the light ones are acrylic, and these little blue ones are acrylic. And then you have these gold tone curved tube beads, and it's on this sort of peach colored cord. And everything looks nice and clean. And it's just such a pretty, unusual design. It doesn't, laying down like this does not do it justice from what it looks like hanging up when you would be wearing it. So this is number 12. And I couldn't find a brand name on it anywhere, so no one's going to get credit for that gorgeous design. And somebody's going to get a steal of a deal here. We're going to do this one for $6. It is so, so pretty. Definitely a statement necklace. It has a nice sound if you're someone who likes your jewelry to make sounds. And has just a nice design to it. So there we go, number 12 for $6. Let's see what we have here. Okay, we have a 1928. I love this chain. Can we take a moment to appreciate this chain? All these twisted links, and then these little solid links that are sort of pyramid shaped and faceted. That's gorgeous. And then you have this front pendant. Those beautiful sort of Art Nouveau designs that 1928 is famous for. Now it has a hang tag, so sometimes when it has the hang tag, I think it doesn't have the swirl design, but this one has both the hang tag and the swirl on the back. Has a shepherd's hook closure. Let me hook it at its shortest length so I can give you some measurements on that. Okay. It has a drop length of 7 3/4, and then you have a 3.5 inch extender. Even the extender chain is pretty. Look at that. It's textured and has sort of this horse stirrup kind of design. So here is the pendant. The pendant's about just a touch over 1 inch wide, and it's about 2 inches long from the highest point to the lowest. And this sort of beaded halo around the marquise cut rhinestone and the teardrop rhinestone. Super, super pretty. Love 1928. Number 13. And that one is $7 for the 1928. Okay, coming right up. I don't know if I'll be able to get 40-ish items in this show. How pretty. Let's see. I saw something on there. Oh, unbranded. So this is silver tone with sort of a brass tone wash on it. Or maybe it was brass tone and then just some of it's worn away. I think that's more like what the case is. So it has a little bit of minor tone loss. But it's got this enameling on the front, faux pearls and rhinestones. And all of these flower petals and leaves have this beautiful enameling on this brass toned base. And the cuff itself is made out of these flower shaped. Can you see the inside? They're just laid side by side and then I guess soldered together, or cut. No, they're cut from one single piece of, so it's die cut, little die cut flower shaped holes in it, and then it's bent around into a cuff, and then these gorgeous flowers were enameled and added, and a little butterfly, and then this little rose right here on the side. So cute. It's a cuff, so there's a little bit of adjustability, but where it sits right now, it's about at a 7. But as I said, there is some adjustability since it's a cuff. How pretty. I think this would fit with that coquette look that's popular right now. So it's unbranded, very, very pretty. So we're on number 14. And we'll just do this one for, it has that little bit of tone loss on the inside. So we'll just do that one for $4 for this gorgeous little enameled floral bracelet. Okay, and another bracelet. This one feels heavy, or it's a set. So there's 3, and all together they have some weight. So we have See, they're all tied together. So you have these flat beads, little gold tone round beads, and tube beads. They're maybe wood. I think that's wood, and I think these are acrylic. And it's just a set. The stretch is really nice. These feel like they're probably new. This is probably the string that kept them together when they were hanging on a store rack. About a size 7 to 7 1/4 on those without stretching, but they do have some stretch, and the stretch is in fantastic condition. And gold tone, and then the dark pink and the light pink. This might be a good one to wear with that little flower necklace where that had the petals hanging down. So this is number 15, and we'll just do this one for $3. This nice little set of pretty pink and gold bracelets. Gold tone bracelets. They're not wanting to go back into their bag. There. Number 15 for $3. Okay, so we have more pearls. These are just the slightest pink. Oh, I love this. Okay, this is how they're strung together. So it's a double strand, but it looks like they're, you know, making a wavy line, or it looks like bubbles. And it's not two strands, it's one strand, but it's how they are, how the individual pearls are drilled and then how they're threaded together that makes them have this sort of double row effect. And the clasp is silver tone. I don't see any maker's mark or anything like that on it. But this is all genuine pearls. It has a nice, nice weight to it. A nice short length. This is a 7-inch length, drop length, which would be nice to wear with your little, well, either way, it'd look nice with a little jewel-necked shirt where the collar of the shirt or the neck opening of the shirt just meets the necklace. That's a nice look. Or really with something with a lower V-neck or something like that. So this is just sitting by itself up high on your neck. And this color, in case you don't see it on your screen, is just the very slightest, faintest of just blushy pink. Very pretty. That's number 16. And we're going to do these gorgeous pearls for $9. Double row, very faint pink. The clasp looks new. Genuine pearls. Okay, next. One of few things in here that's not pink or red. Oh, this is bracelets. I love this rich blue color. You have these little square spacers in between. And let's see, the bracelets are about a 7. That's probably going to be about the same on all of them. 7 to 7 1/4. Yeah. They're stretch, and the stretch is in excellent condition. That's how they look on. So you have one that has just the plain faceted rich blue beads, and they're glass. And then you have the same beads with these sort of shell colored little metal spacers in between. And then here you have the larger faceted beads. And then you have these little sort of translucent, random shaped, larger beads. Beautiful, beautiful, rich colors. And I think these are all glass. Yeah, I think these are acrylic though. Are they? No, those are glass too. So these are all glass except these right here are metal, the little square ones in the middle. So number 17. Okay, and those are $5 for the set. That beautiful, rich color. Now, these gorgeous earrings. Let's see, I don't see a mark on them. Nope. But they do have a nice, secure snap that holds them closed. That's not going to come loose. So they're round on the bottom, these concentric circles, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then you have these two sides that come up, a little triangle stone. Well, it's not a triangle stone. It just has 3 prongs, so it makes it look triangular. And then there they are from the side. Just these pretty leverbacks. And no one gets credit for these. Very sparkly, very, very pretty. Let's get Earlene to show you what they look like on. And there we go. The length on that is about 1 inch. And those are all just little crystals or rhinestones. I'm thinking they're crystal because of all the sparkle in there. But actually the settings are closed on the back. So that makes it a little bit harder to tell, but I would still say those are probably crystal. Let's get a nice close-up look at them for you. Well, close-up only helps if it's in focus, right? There we go. Those are gorgeous. Okay, number 18. And those will be $5. They're beautiful. They're absolutely beautiful. Okay. Number 19. Okay, here's another Talbot's. And this one is red enamel, or no, it's just red acrylic with silver tone. The last one was red with gold tone. And this is just that bubble necklace design that's been, I don't know, it'll gain popularity and then fall out of popularity and then come back and fall out. And it's been like that for a while, I think since the early 2000s. Mostly the necklaces I've seen in this design are J. Crew. I don't know if J. Crew invented this design or not, but that's mostly the experience I have with seeing this sort of bubble design. The first time I ever saw it And the only place I ever saw it for a while was from J. Crew. Here are the settings on it. Just these little acrylic cabochons set into these little settings. Talbots does jewelry well. And then you have these little faux pearls hanging off the bottom. So let's get a measurement on it. This looks new also. Look at that. No wear, no tone loss. Yeah, this one might be new too. Can't guarantee it unless it has tags on it. Okay, an 8-inch drop to right here. And then the longest part of the pendant is about 2.5 more inches. The extender is 2 inches. And like that 1928 had details on the extender, there's some details on this extender. Just beaded with the loops in between, the loops of where you would, clasp it to change the size. So that's really pretty. Really, really pretty. Number 19 on the Talbots. And we'll do this one for, we'll just do this one for $5. Actually, let's make this one $4. Like I was describing earlier, Jeanette always provides things that have a wide range of price points, which is great because I like to offer something for every budget. Did I finish that thought earlier? I think now that I'm saying it, I think I already did finish telling you that. Okay, J. Crew. And I've always called these jellyfish earrings, just for that reason. So you have these seed bead tassels with orange, or not really orange, but more like a coral color. And then pink, like this light pink here. Gold, fuchsia, the bubblegum Barbie pink. Just different shades of pink and coral. And then you have your gold tone with this large rhinestone at the top. Those are really fun. Love those. If I had thought about Valentine's coming up, if I had thought about that sooner, I would have done a GiGi's Gems Valentine lot starting at the beginning of January, so you could have time to shop for all of it. These are 3 inches long, so you could have time to shop for all of it and still be able to get it all in time for Valentine's. Again, you can request ASAP shipping from this video, but with it being February 3rd, then by the time I send it out, it would be the 5th at the latest. And then I can't guarantee that it would get to you in time. This is number 20. It might, but I couldn't guarantee that. Number 20, and that's the J. Crew little tassel earrings. And we'll do those for $7. These pretty tassels. Looks like they have new backs on them. Oh, right to show you, right there's the mark, the maker's mark, right there. And it looks like they have new backs on them. Gorgeous. Okay. Here's some more earrings. These are art glass. Oh, how pretty. Okay, inside you have this, what looks like a black tube with other designs around it, which looks like it's maybe intended to be little flowers or roses, and then all encased in clear glass. Can you see how the black tube is in the middle? We're falling out of focus there. The black tube is in the middle, and then it has the flowers around it, and then the white, or not white, but clear glass all around it. Really pretty. And then this little faceted hot pink, sort of fuchsia colored faceted glass bead at the bottom, and a clear one there, and then these sort of pewter colored ones, right, rondelle, and then the little bead at the bottom right there. Those are pretty. Pretty little art glass earrings. They are about 2 inches long. And here comes Earlene. She's getting a workout today. That's how it would look when you wear it. Very nice. So number 21. And we'll do the pretty little art glass earrings for $4. Okay, looks like we have a bracelet now. There are some pretty little, maybe faux stones. Has a bolo closure, like a little slider, so you can adjust the size. It's on a little, I don't know, combination wheat / box chain. And let's see, all the way out, this could adjust out wide enough to be an anklet, really. Okay, this goes all the way up to 11 1/4, and adjusted all the way out, it slid right off. So, and it can go up, you know, it can go as small as any size you want. So, whatever your size, this will fit. I don't even have it up all the way, and it can go to, you know, an infant size or a little toddler size, which I wouldn't give this to a child, definitely. Potential choking hazard, I think. I'd like to check these stones just to make sure. I think they're probably glass, but I'd just like to make sure on that. Oh no, wait a minute, we have some gemstones. Okay, we have an amethyst. Let's see, maybe a topaz right here, or an aquamarine. Okay, it's high on the topaz, touching ruby and sapphire. There are blue sapphires. I would think this would be more likely to be a topaz. A garnet right here, I think. Ooh. Okay, we have a garnet there. Maybe a citrine right here. Yes, a citrine and a peridot maybe. Peridot, I know, or I'm pretty certain peridot goes where citrine goes to the citrine reading. And yes, wow, so this didn't have any precious metal marks on it, and I was going to understand that to mean these were just glass, but semi-precious stones are often set into base metal. So I'm going to scratch this chain just to make sure, but I don't think it's going to be sterling. No, as a matter of fact, it's not even giving a scratch. I think so. This is probably stainless steel, which means it's not going to tarnish if that's the case, and there's not going to be any tone loss if that's the case. Stainless steel wears very, very well on jewelry. So you have an armful of gemstones here. We have an amethyst, a topaz, a garnet, a citrine, and a peridot. Now I know that's a January birthstone. Citrine is a November or August, I think. I think that's March. I don't know. I don't remember all my birthstones. But what I was getting at is if you know a mother or a grandmother that has kids or grandkids with those birthstones, that would be a nice gift for them. And these are all genuine gemstones. That's gorgeous. And if I'm right on this being stainless steel, this will never have any tone loss and it will never tarnish. Stainless steel is a very nice option for jewelry, for actually nice low maintenance jewelry that's going to last a long time without showing wear. This is number 22, and with this armful of gemstones, we're going to do that one for $10. Let me show you how it looks on. That's absolutely beautiful. Okay. So we're about halfway through. And I don't know how much video I have because I'm chopping it into little bits because I found out that my editing app also wants my video instead of one big chunk. It likes it better in little bits. So this is a J. Crew, new with tag. I don't see a price on it. There's not an original price, but it's beautiful. It has all of these little Rivolis. Going all the way around. There we go. Very sparkly and pretty. Now these are going to be glass foil backed rhinestones. That's what J. Crew does. And we have matte gold tone chain with their signature Senorita clasp, also called the Lifesaver clasp. Here's the hang tag right there. And then here is the construction on back. Love these settings. How the prongs kind of come out from underneath and then wrap around to the front. It has sort of that 60s atomic age kind of look to it. I love these bright stones. They're about a ½ inch across. They're pretty large stones. J. Crew does jewelry very well also, but J. Crew is not undervalued. It has a big audience. So 8-inch drop. Well, hold on a minute. Actually, is going to be a smaller drop than that. There we go. So let me change that for you. It's about a 7½ inch drop, and then you have a 4-inch extender. So 7½ inch drop, and that extender gives you 2 more inches of drop. If you decide you want to use 2 more inches of drop. So there we go. Gorgeous J. Crew, number 23, new with tags. And we're going to do that one for $12. And it's beautiful. Love that. Especially right now in the wintertime. It just looks like little chunks of ice. Okay, 24 is going to be, okay, this is silver tone. So she put that note on there to save me from doing the testing on it. So, oh, well, this could have gone in the previous one. This little open work bead, we're going all out of focus again. This little open work bead has little heart cutouts on it. And then there are these stations that look like little coils of rope, and then just silver tone beads in between, and the shepherd's hook clasp, which is probably just decorative. I don't think it's entirely necessary to keep the bracelet on because it's a pretty firm cuff. But it does limit the adjustability, so you can have it at this size, which is about a 7 to a 7 1/4. And you can adjust it out a little bit bigger than that, but you wouldn't be able to close the clasp, would be the only thing you would have to contend with. You could, pull it here to open it up and make it a little bit larger, but the clasp would no longer reach, and you'd just have to let that hang if you decided to do that. But that's a pretty one too. Very pretty pieces here. Number 24 on this. And we'll just do that one for, let's just do that one for $3. Okay. Can we have another bracelet? Okay, this has a 925 toggle. And I bet it'd be really hard to test them, but I bet these little beads in between are also 925. Actually, I can probably test one of them right here on the end. We'll do that. And I'm going to test the toggle also, not because I have reason to mistrust Jeanette, but just because I like you to be able to see the testing for yourself. I like that Jeanette puts those notes on there. She's very thorough in everything that she does. And actually, once that I can recall, something made it through, her testing and was erroneously marked 925, and she actually sent me pieces to recover, or not recover, but to, I guess, replace that. Okay, so we have the bar and the loop, and then this is one of the beads. It's the bead like right here beside the loop. So the bar, the bead, and the loop. Oh, the bar, the loop, and the bead, that is, but they're all lighting up. So the beads actually are also 925. And that looks like art glass. Again, with the tube in the middle and the clear glass surrounding it, and these little bicones. And your colors you have are orange, yellow, and red. That's how it would look when you wear it. I love those vibrant, rich colors. And let's get a size on it. 6 3/4 to 7. Number 25. And we're going to do that one for, let's do that one for $7. You have that nice sterling in between these really nicely done little art glass beads. These are some really great pieces in this entire collection. Couldn't be more happy. Let's see. Okay, this is a different look for J. Crew for me. So this is a frosted glass. It's gunmetal with frosted pink glass beads. That's a really, really pretty look. So a smaller senorita clasp. There's your J. Crew tag. All this gunmetal hardware that I don't see any wear on it. None at all. And I'll measure it outside the light box. We have a drop of 15 inches, and the length is the length. There is not an extender, but let's do a quick layout and then a drive-by, I guess. So you have these little stations of the beads, and it is asymmetrical. At first you have these across from each other, and then you have these across from each other, and then the same thing repeated like this, but then switched when you come down here. And here maybe you can see what I mean when I say switched. You have that and then that, but they're across from each other here, then they're across from each other here, and then you come on down and these are the same, and then you have this part here at the bottom. So some people I know out there, you like your things to be perfectly symmetrical, the same on both sides. This would not be one for you if you're one of the people that are particular about that. I personally know some people also who are particular about that. So this one is not perfectly symmetrical. You have symmetry there, but not here. But I guess if you count, that entire section, you have a little symmetry because it's just the pattern repeated on the other side. And then you have this at the bottom where you have these are the same, but then the very bottom is like this. And I love, love, love this frosted pink glass. If I bring that up close, is it going to go out of focus? Love that. On this dark gunmetal, no wear to speak of at all. Number 26. And we're going to do that one for, let's do that one for $9. Now, if you just like jewelry, I like giving a break to my viewers and subscribers from what they would have to pay on a reselling platform for the same item. But then also, I resell and I want to be a friend to resellers. So I'm really not offended if someone buys my things and they want to resell them themselves. And I try to give pricing that will allow for that if that's what somebody wants to do. Let's see, largest have a slight green glow on UV. So we'll check that out. But these are, if you're watching, Hannah, correct me if I'm wrong here, but I think these are wedding cake beads because they have the designs around the outside, but I'm not sure if they have to have, if they have to be more ornate to be considered wedding cake. But they're these clear beads with this golden amber colored glass design around the outside. And you have those just repeated throughout the whole necklace in between these sort of golden brown and green bicones. And then these little faceted sort of peachy colored beads. Let's see, and you have these little flat oval ones also that are that amber color. Silver tone findings on here. I'm pretty certain it's silver tone. Well, there's a pretty bright silver scratch on that. So let's check that scratch. It didn't really feel like sterling when it scratched, and I can't really describe that but yeah, that's not sterling. So it could be stainless, I think. Can't really describe it, but when I'm scratching something, even if it leaves behind a silver streak on the stone, just when I make a scratch, it has a certain feel. if it's going to be sterling, and that didn't have that feel. Like, it feels more smooth, I guess. Okay, this has a drop of 15 inches. And we just have this toggle right here, so the length is the length. And here's your pattern. And this one is symmetrical all the way down. It matches across from, all the beads match across from each other. And I love these colors. This color collection, or color combination, is just good year-round. This will be nice in the spring. This will be nice in the fall. And let's turn off the light here and shine the UV. Okay, the largest has a light green glow. I'm missing it. Let's see. I'm seeing sort of a pinkish glow on these, on the clear larger beads. So I do see a glow, but it looks a little more pinkish on my, with my UV light. So that's number 27. And we'll do that one for, we're going to do that one for $6. Labella brooch. Love these colors. Here's a bright, bright gunmetal. And these really pretty AB red and sort of dark blue rhinestones or crystals. That's gorgeous. Okay, I was looking for the maker, and there it is right there. Let me get my tape measure and give you some measurements on that. That is 2.5 inches across, yeah, in both directions. Very pretty. This would look nice with the blouse I have on today. Very, very pretty. This is one of those undervalued brands, I think. I think it's a vintage brand. I'm not really certain if they're still made or not. But let's see, this is number 28. They don't sell for the most, but it's one of those where I think they should sell for the most. Not, you know, so people can make more money, but because it would reflect the value. I think those are worth a lot more than the resale market would indicate. So let's just do that for $3. Like, if it doesn't sell here, that's probably only going to list for about $5 or $6. Okay. This is some more glass, I think. Or no, this is probably quartz. Let's go ahead and check it. first off before we do anything else. Actually, now that I'm looking, it has more of a cat's eye kind of look to it. I don't think it'll be quartz. Yeah, it's not even showing up. Not even really moving toward glass. Well, yeah, now it is. So that's what we have, is just glass, sort of cat's eye. And let's see, triple strand with this delicate pink. Just different sort of cube-like shapes. They're not perfect cubes, but they're cube-ish, with these clear seed beads in between and these silver tone seed beads. And then silver tone clasp. We have a maker. Okay, this is Premier. There, Premier Designs. You can see that. They have a great following. I really consider Premier one of the costume classic brands. If you've been around, you know that costume classics to me are the ones that have just been around forever. And they're not really trendy. They're just classic, like a Thurs-Fri and Coro and Monet. See, it's got an 8-inch drop. I actually put Premier Designs into that category as well, although I think Premier started out as like a home party, like a Tupperware type of setup, like a home party brand. And I don't know, maybe they never came into stores. I don't remember ever seeing them in a store. But there we are, an 8-inch drop on this gorgeous cat's eye glass. Just a very delicate pink beaded triple strand necklace. That's very feminine. Just delicate and feminine. Number 29. And we're going to do that one for, let's do that for $5. Instead of going all the way up to the 40, because I think this video is really reaching the point where it's going to be past that, that 90-minute mark, we're just going to do one more piece, and then we'll do the rest in another video. So we'll do this one to close us out, and then the last 10 or so will just be in another video. So we have a rose gold tone ring. Looks new, with a sweet little enameled butterfly and flowers on the front. You have peach, and this flower is tipped with orange and then a little bit of mint green, and then little rhinestones on the butterfly. And you know what? That reminds me of that bracelet. I wonder if that would be a good match to wear together. I think so. The colors are not identical at all, but like the green here is a little more minty, the green here is a little bit more sagey, but I think it's close enough in color, especially if they're worn on opposite hands. You know, like the ring is worn on one side and the bracelet on the other. You know, that they would be far enough apart that the specific color and whether they're exactly the same wouldn't really matter. But I think that would make a great set. So that's number 14. That I think will make a great set with this one. And this is number 30. Let me write that down and then I'll give you the information. It's adjustable. You can see right there it's adjustable. The size on it, where it sits now, is about 7 1/4. That's how it looks on. You have these little rhinestones along the side where the floral sort of stems and vines come up to the flower. And then on this side, the same. Then right on top, the little butterfly already described. When you can see the veins in the wings. I love when there's details like that in a piece. You can see the veins in the wing, the little rhinestones there, and the little centers of the flowers. That's cute. Very, very cute. And it is a little bit adjustable. Rose gold tone, and it looks new, and the setting is really high on that. And so number 30, we'll do that one for, let's see, we'll do that one for $4 also. So $4 for that bracelet, and then $4 for this ring. That's like a cute little set for just $8. Okay, there we go. So that's 30 pieces, and that is going to have to close us out after all. Let's see, we still have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So we still have 16 more pieces to cover in another video. So these will be in a part 4, and because we're closing out right now with that butterfly ring, closing out our part 3 right there. And I really am enjoying making these videos. I'm loving these lots from GiGi's Gems, and I hope you're enjoying it as well. I appreciate the time that you spend watching my content, and if you do enjoy it, please give me a thumbs up. Click subscribe if you haven't already. Share it out with somebody else who you think might also enjoy it, and leave me a comment, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.